Welcome to
What?
The game.
Me.
To me.
Let me see. All right, we're good. Yep, we're good. What's up, y'all? What's up? Jelani Brown back with another episode, 10th episode. Got a special guest for you guys. Been playing with boys since the Yay High, Little League and everything. My guy Jordan Floyd. What's going on with you today, man?
Chilling, man. Chilling with the family. Eating good, living right. Just chilling.
How's the 4th of July weekend going for you?
Pretty good. You know, like I said, with the family, just, you know, valuing family time.
Yes, sir. Got to before you make that big trip across the seas.
Got to, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be gone for 10 months, man. 10 months is a long
10,
time.
yeah, I know. That's crazy. We'll get into all of that. Like I said, 10th episode, brought a special guy on. So we'll get right into it. Typically on my guests I bring on, I ask them what the game means to them. So Jordan Floyd, what's the game mean to you?
I mean, to be honest, it's just a way to better my future, to make sure my family is, you know, in a situation where they don't have to worry about anything. And now my family now, like my mom and my dad, they've done so much for me. I just want to make sure they don't ever have to work again. Make sure I make enough money to where I can sustain my family now, and then when I start my own family, make sure everybody in my family is good to go for the future.
Exactly. I love it. Yeah, we all know decorated basketball player, play from King's University. Accolades speak for themselves. If you haven't seen my tweets and his highlight tape, I need to go check that out now. My man's a monster. So I just wanted to hop right into it. King University, kind of just wanted to talk about your career there and kind of what went into the decision. I guess picking King University first off.
So, you know, I started out at an HBCU. I was at Albany State at first, in Albany, Georgia. So, no, we had a solid basketball team. They have the greatest year, but at an HBCU, it's a lot of distractions. A lot of other stuff. It's a lot of other stuff going on. You know what I'm talking about? It's a lot of other stuff going on besides basketball. So I felt like me going to King would you know, focus me more at attaining my goals, because when it's all this temptation and distraction around you, it's easy for you to sidetrack your main goals. And I just wanted to make sure that was never the case with me. You know, I got discipline still, but with everything that Albany State had to offer, I felt like I could easily become distracted. So I decided to go to King. I think the first day I put my name into the transfer portal, I had like 13 plus offers. The first day I talked to like 13 different coaches. But King just felt like the right place for me. It was it's a PWI, predominantly white school. And I feel like it's in the country, it's in the middle of nowhere. And I just felt like only thing there to do was get my education and play basketball. So I just felt like that was the place to be at.
Yes, sir. And I guess that was a good choice for you. I know. I didn't really specifically go to HBCU, but my parents went to one, and I know them homecomings can get crazy.
Woo! Hey, homecoming is a different weekend, boy.
Exactly. I know even a few of our friends with Albany State. I know you probably hooked up with them as well. Ooh, I got a cat.
For
sure. But yeah, I just want to. Next question. I just want to hop in. I guess what's the most memorable moment for you, or most memorable game? Sorry, for you at King University.
The most memorable game for me was first round of the conference tournament, and I only needed 3 points to be the all-time leading scorer in school history. The first play of the game, I came around a double screen, catch and shoot, drilled the three, leading scorer, all-time leading scorer in school history. That's probably the most memorable game for me, because I think I did something that nobody's ever going to do again at my school personally.
Exactly.
So that was easily my most memorable moment in game. Yeah.
What's that record said at 18? I know 1800 was the mark, but I know you probably tagged on a few more after that. So what's the record at now?
I ended with 1900 points.
Oh, 19? Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I scored 956 this season. I almost scored 1,000 points in a single season. I was only 44 points off.
Yeah.
So if we played a tournament,
it's probably over with.
That's one game. Yeah,
exactly.
It's over.
I know what was your high? I know one game I was watching was it 50 or was it close? It was like 48, 47. Yeah, 47. I was like, I know it was close. Yeah.
And that game I hit the game winner too. We went in
Exactly.
the double overtime and I hit the game winner.
Exactly. Well, I guess this one kind of leads into the same one. Like that was probably the most memorable game. I don't know if this is gonna be the your most memorable accolade, because I know, like I said, Decker, you pretty much everything. You know, National Player of the Year, conference, you know, player, a few weeks. You know, which one would you say? I guess means the most to you?
The one that means the most, well, the one that's the most prestigious would probably be the National Player of the Year in Division II. But the one that means the most to me is Comeback Player of the Year. Because you know, my junior year I fractured my ankle and I didn't play at all my junior year. I had to sit out in red shirt. Yeah. So for me to come back after that injury, after being in a boot for 7-8 months, coming back the following year and leading the country in scoring, winning National Player of the Year, that's easily the award that I feel, you know, the best about. Because it just shows how much hard work I really put into, you know, come back and make sure I'm at the top of my game.
Exactly, that hard, because that's tough to come off of anything, you know, anything below the waist, you know, knee.
It's hard.
Ankle, it's definitely tough. So I feel that. I feel you on that one.
That rehab after hurt my ankle, with the boot on, all the rehab. Hey,
I done witnessed, I done seen it. Yeah, most of my injuries was above the waist, my little frame. But yeah, I can already tell. I done seen, you know, people go through it with that boot, and I know it's annoying too, the way you gotta walk on it.
Well, you gotta walk. You gotta do everything in the boot.
Exactly.
Everything. It sucks.
Well, say I had a great year or a great few years at King University. And that earned you a chance to play overseas, play in Italy for Orlandina Basket. So I guess I just wanted to, you know, see what was the process, I guess, the recruiting process with that. Like, I guess how they, you know, scout you and what made you decide to sign with them.
Well, at the beginning, it was no overseas. I was gonna be with the Denver Nuggets in summer league.
Oh wow!
But when coronavirus hit, you know, they shut NBA down, so they're not having summer league this year. So I had to make a decision whether I wanted to wait on this crazy NBA timetable, or if I wanted to just go ahead and make that money overseas and then come back next year and go right back to the NBA.
Yep, exactly.
So after talking with my family, we decided that the best thing to do would be to go ahead and keep playing overseas, make that money, and then come back and play next year. So the process of picking teams, I mean, I had teams from pretty much everywhere: Germany, Spain, Portugal, Ireland, Poland. So when Italy called, Italy is one of the most beautiful countries in the world, bro. Everybody wants to travel to Italy. Everybody had something to say about Italy. And I felt like, okay, the country is beautiful. It's a nice region. That's a plus. And then me and the coach just clicked. The coach loved me. I love the coach. The goals and the role he has for me on the team would be top level.
Yeah.
A lot of responsibilities on the team. I just felt like it's the right fit for me. Talked it over with my family, and that was all she wrote, bro. Yep. Italy is where I'll be at.
Yes, sir. I already told you, but congrats on that. Congrats. You know, any way I can, I'm gonna try to catch some games.
For sure, man. They live stream them. You know, I'm gonna send you the link. Yeah, I got you.
Please do, because I want to catch it.
No, I got you.
Well, I guess after you probably answered my next question, I was going to say, what, you know, I guess what my next question would be. I know you signed with them, says you guys clicked. The coach says probably, you know, a lot of responsibility on your shoulders. So what do you, I guess, bring to that team, or what are you expecting to bring to that team when you get there?
Just scoring, putting the ball in the hole. That's what I do. That's what got me.
Offensive machine right there.
Yeah, that's what got me to where I'm at, but still like having a complete game. In Italy, overseas in the EuroLeague, the style of play is different. You know, they're not really more skilled. They focus on IQ, and they have a more methodical play. So I plan to go over there and, you know, take my talents over there, scoring, defending, making sure I'm doing everything the teams need me to do, as well as having that listening ear and learning that aspect of the game, because I don't play the way that they're going to play.
Exactly. Yeah.
I'm going to have to adapt to them just like they're going to have to adapt to me. So I feel like with them teaching me the IQ part of the game for my first professional career, and me already having the skill and athleticism, I just feel like it's really just going to make me an overall complete player. Like, it's going to make me more complete than what I already was.
Exactly.
Which in turn will help me for when I come back next year and I'm back on the NBA side of it. So I'm really looking forward to it. I feel like it's really going to help me a lot in the long run.
Yeah, I know you touched on it a little bit as before. Of course, coronavirus shut everything down. You're supposed to play with Denver Nuggets. So like after I guess that 10 months overseas, are you able to come back and play with Denver Nuggets, or is it kind of like offered? You'll be offered different summer league contracts from different teams, or how's that work?
It it all depends on how the season goes
Mm-hmm.
for my first year over in Italy. I foresee me playing great over there, of course, and then coming back next year and having multiple teams hit my line. Denver was one of them. That was just a start, but
Mm-hmm.
after I get a year professionally under my belt and I have the numbers and the stats, then I feel like all the other NBA teams will follow suit. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, the only thing I really can do is just make sure I'm at the top of my game each and every game and put up the stats and the numbers, and everything else will fall into place.
Exactly. All right, cool. Touched on those things. There's been some big news, I believe yesterday, maybe 2 days ago. With the HBC side of things in the basketball world. Just wanted to get kind of like your thoughts on Makur Maker deciding to commit to Howard over UK and UCLA. Kind of what I guess like I say, what's your thoughts on that? And do you think you made the right decision?
Okay. Now, a couple people may get mad at me for what I'm going to say, but this is just how I feel about the situation. Anybody or any five-star athlete that gets these big-time D1 offers, UK, Duke, North Carolina, UCLA, all these big-name schools, that's what you dream about as a kid. Like when you're younger,
Mm-hmm.
you dream about going to these places as a kid. So that's one
Right.
thing. Two, I understand, everything that's going on in the world racially, you know, with the whole Black Lives Matter and everything. I'm all Black Lives Matter. That's what my kind over everything.
Yeah.
But education and athletics shouldn't have a barrier. I feel like no matter where you get your education, as long as you get it, that's the only thing that matters.
I feel
If
that.
going to Kentucky, if they're going to pay for everything, if they're going to give you a full scholarship to come there and play for them,
Mm-hmm.
a five-star school, prestigious blue blood school, why not go to that top level school? Not saying Howard is a bad school because it's not. It's a great HBCU, one of the best HBCUs. But the connections that you can make at these other schools simply because of who was there before you, I feel like that plays a lot into the way your life can pan out. So
Yeah.
me personally, I feel like him going to the HBCU was all a hype thing.
Mm.
I feel like if the social media and everybody wasn't saying, black kids should start going to HBCUs and all of that, he
Yeah.
wouldn't even thought about going to Howard. That wouldn't even cross his mind. I just feel like as long as you're getting the education, if you get to go to a school and play basketball and get your education for free,
Mm-hmm.
at the end of the day, it don't matter what school you go to. But don't let social media and outside people affect your decision and then regret it in the long run. Not saying he's going to regret it, but
Yeah. Just
five-star
do it.
athletes,
Yeah.
he wants to go to the NBA.
Yeah.
He wants to play at the highest level. If you want to play freshman, you always want to play at the highest level if you take basketball seriously.
Yeah.
And I just feel like him going to Howard, it won't fully hinder him,
Mm-hmm.
but him going to Howard, he's not playing against a Duke, a North Carolina, UCLA, LSU. He's not playing against those teams, Michigan State.
Yeah.
So he's not going to be playing against top level competition, and I feel like that may throw scouts off a little bit, but that's
Mm-hmm.
just my standpoint on it. I
Yeah.
mean, I'm from Division II and I hate NBA looks, but my route is definitely gonna have to be a lot different
Yeah.
than kids who went to Kentucky
Mm-hmm.
or UNC. They don't have to go
Exactly.
through all the barriers and the roadblocks I had to go through.
Yeah. Exactly.
So that's how I feel about it, man. I just don't let the pub, the media,
Mm-hmm.
and outsiders
Yep.
affect
Get
your
into that. Get
decision.
into your ear.
Yeah, don't let them dictate your decision like that, man. I mean, I'm rocking with bro. I hope
Mm-hmm.
he does great at Howard. I want to see him eat at Howard. I want to see
Yeah.
him go crazy, just so that'll pave the way for others. Okay, I can go
Mm-hmm.
to HBCU, not a blue blood school, and still get the same NBA prospect looks.
Mm-hmm.
That's great. If he does that, if he paves the way and leads the way for the other young black kids that's coming up, that's great. But
Yeah.
I just don't want him to go back and be like, dang, I picked Howard when I really should have went to Kentucky and I wouldn't be at school for 4 years. I'll be at school for 2, and now I'm a lottery pick in the NBA draft. So that's just my view on it. Like I said, some people may be mad the way I'm coming from, but I don't really care if people mad at me. It's just my
It's
you know, it's my
we all
position
got a
on
right
it.
to what we think. Yeah, I was thinking like because Mikey Williams, of course, is the big name that, or not the big name, but the first one that kind of like put that bug out there that he might go, but he's still 2 years away. So do you think kind of like I guess I see it as in he almost has like a not a free trial, but he kind of gets to see what happens with him and kind of make his decision based off that. Do you think like it'll be affected, or you think he like just straight focus, he going to HBCU?
If Makur Maker, or however you say his name, if he does good at Howard, he is the same NBA looks as he would have if he went to Kentucky or a blue blood school.
Yeah.
All these high level prospect black kids are gonna go to HBCUs. And it's gonna change the culture of college basketball.
That's what I was hoping. Yeah.
Instead of seeing Kentucky on TV, you'll see Howard versus Tennessee State on TV, stuff like that. Like you'll see teams like that playing, and that's gonna boost the black community a ton. Like the black community will be so happy after this, and I'm loving it. Like I said, I want everything to work out for him at the HBCU. I just don't want him to regret making a decision because he listened to the media and everybody around him instead of really like setting his goals like he has in the past and reaching them. No matter what school you go to, man, the most important thing is getting that education. I don't care if you went to NAIA school. If they're going to pay for your education and you get to play basketball, go to the NAIA school. But that's just, like I said, that's just my view on it, bro.
I feel it. Because I guess I'm same way with you. It's like, just I wanted to make this best decision for him. Well, I was thinking, I guess, not advocating for, but I've been thinking about, I don't even know if it's possible, I'll just be spitballing and be thinking about stuff. Everybody talking about black people need to have their own stuff and everything. I was thinking, I don't know how or what way, but if somebody could fund in order to make like a black sports network to where, they give out TV contracts to these smaller level schools, or not smaller level schools, but these HBCUs and also smaller level black schools.
For sure.
And like put them on TV and stuff. I think that would be pretty dope because
that'd be dope.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of kids kind of just want to see themselves play on TV. And like you said, if you get that same NBA offers and looks, and I guess it does like change the tide, and they start going to these HBCUs, then I guess in my eyes, they will start to begin to be playing against the top level talent because we all know where the top level talent lies, and that's in African American ball players. So
facts.
It's like that's what I was thinking. I don't know if it's ever gonna happen, if it'll come true, but
and I understand, the media trying to get all black athletes to go to HBCUs because they're thinking it'll tear down the other schools, like the blue blood schools. But in all honesty, man, like majority of the student body is athletes, but not everybody goes to play professionally. Everybody doesn't get the opportunity to play professionally. A lot of these schools, kids go to be lawyers, doctors, people of power, and I feel like that's where people are going wrong. These schools aren't gonna die out because black athletes aren't going there anymore. Their athletic programs may not be as good anymore, but the number one thing is student athlete, with student being first. It's the education side. It's not the basketball side.
You're right.
It's the education side. So no matter what, if black kids stop going to these blue blood schools, the education side will still be blue blood, like top tier.
You're right.
So I mean,
and honestly, that's where a lot of the money lies too. Is like you said, you can get the education, people going on and actually making the big bucks because unfortunately, said not everybody goes to play professionally and plays pros. So.
All athletes have heard this saying that I'm about to say. That ball is gonna stop bouncing eventually. You're gonna stop throwing the ball. You're gonna stop catching it. You're gonna stop using that ball eventually, and then it's gonna fall back on everything you did with your education. How you set the rest of your life up. That's why education is so important.
Exactly. Getting into the ears of these young kids listening. I like it.
Yeah, man. You got to. Hey, man. Education first.
Yup. Got you. Well, appreciate you Appreciate your thoughts on that. Moving, I guess, on to the next level. NBA with the NBA restart. I kind of just wanted to get your ideas on one. Do you even think they're gonna come back? Because so many people, getting COVID before the start of training camp and before they start traveling to the bubble. And I guess if it is able to continue, your predictions, who you think may win? Coming out the East and West.
I mean, to be honest, I think they're gonna start up again because I don't think people really care about coronavirus anymore. That's just me personally. Nobody's wearing a mask really.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's not social. People are in the clubs and stuff again. Nobody's really social distancing now.
Boy, what?
I feel like people are starting to come to grips with it.
Yeah.
Like
You see what
coronavirus
happened
is out
last
here.
night in Edgewood?
Yes, bro. Like it's getting crazy.
Wow.
So do I think the NBA is gonna start up? Yes. Do I think more NBA players will start getting the coronavirus? Yes. I don't want anybody else to get it. I want them to find a cure for it. But the way that we're moving and how everybody's responding to the coronavirus, nobody's social distancing, it's gonna affect everybody at some point in time until it comes up with a vaccine, whether it's somebody in your family or you personally, unless you're taking the necessary precautions not to get it. So do I think those NBA players are going to start up again? Yes. Do I think they're going to have more cases in the NBA of coronavirus? Yes. Now, the East and West, I want the Bucks to come out the East. That's what I want
I
to
think
come
that's a
out the
given.
East.
I think they got.
Giannis and Chris Middleton, Eric Bledsoe. They're they're my guys.
Yeah,
for sure. Out of the West, I think it's in the air.
That's fair.
Between the Rockets, the Clippers, and the Lakers, I don't know, man. I feel like all those teams have firepower to come out. I feel like it's gonna be who's ever on their A game.
Mm-hmm. And they don't got nothing. They don't got nowhere to go. They ain't got no traveling, and now they get to take care of their bodies better. They already been laid off or been on layoff so long. They been able to work out and just like I said, get their body right, get their mind right.
Everybody's in tip-top shape. I mean, tip-top, rest from being on quarantine.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's going to be tired. So it's going to be who performs the best. Like, I mean, really, like, what team is going to come out there and play hard the whole game?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like a lot of people think Bron going to come out with a ring this year. I'm not a Bron hater, but I'm not a Bron fan. I'm just a realist. Between the Clippers and the Rockets, he got a tough road between those two. And then I'm not gonna leave out some of those teams that come up and shock you. Like Portland hasn't had a history of doing great in the playoffs, but Portland is a team that
Dame time. Dame come when it's playoff time. If they was sneaking, that's gonna be tough. It's gonna be a tough first round matchup.
Another sleeper team, Oklahoma City Thunder with Chris Paul and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. They're playing good.
They played great this year. Yeah.
The Mavericks with Luka Doncic. Like it's the West is tough. The West is tough always.
Yeah. Always. But it's going to be a lot of different matches. That's pretty much like our championship, all the little different matchups, especially if it the ball rolls in the right course and we get these certain, like I said, matchups 1-8, 2-7. It's really up in the air because they can be split by one game, like 2 seed and 7 seed. They can be 2-3 game difference. So.
And it's tough.
Somebody asked,
the West is tough.
My guy Jeff, he asked, which team do you think it benefits the most, the layoff?
To me personally, I feel like the team that it benefited the most was probably the Nets in the East. Because I don't know what's going on. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving.
Yeah.
But if he decides to play and can play, if Kevin Durant can play in the East, in the Eastern Conference tournament,
it would have been nice to see for sure. I think he probably gonna cut it though, because is Kyrie gonna be able to? Is Kyrie playing or not? That's
that's what I'm saying. I don't know. I mean, I know these guys want to compete. I mean, I don't know everything that's going on with the NBA right now, what teams are doing.
Yeah, I know you focus on.
But the Lakers lost a piece by having this layout. They lost Avery Bradley, and that's a vital piece of their team.
Exactly.
Now I can say too, I feel like the Clippers the Clippers benefited from this as well.
Mm-hmm. I think
Kawhi
so too.
Leonard,
Yeah. Yeah.
Kawhi Leonard had, had a couple injuries early that had him sit out a couple games. Paul
Mm-hmm.
George didn't play at the very beginning of the season
Mm-hmm.
because he was hurt at the very beginning of the season. So I feel like if the Clippers had everybody healthy, Lou Will, Pat Bev,
And they had a
Paul
lot of
George,
people right
Kawhi.
before they cut too. They had Reggie Jackson, one of the Morris brothers. So they had added
Hey, I'm
some.
telling you,
Yeah.
the Clippers are gonna be scary. That's a scary team.
Yeah,
Arguably
exactly.
the two best two-way players in the NBA
On
play for
one
the
squad.
Clippers
Yep.
on one team. That's scary.
Exactly. I don't know. It's
That's
definitely up.
scary.
I'm just ready. I'm just ready to see it happen, all come to fruition. I hope, like I said, everybody's able to stay healthy enough till we get to July 30th. All right. I'm about to wrap things up. I typically play a little game at the end with my guys. One I had today, I had some highlights of yours ready. I think I only got about 2 or 3, but I wanted to see. It's called "What Were You Thinking?" They're not bad highlights, obviously, yeah, but it's what were you thinking? What was going through your mind at the course of at this play? So let me go ahead and screen share it with you. See if I can pull it up real quick. See what my man was thinking. Chrome tab it right here. See, I think it's on the play right now. Can you see it?
No, I can't.
Hold on 1 second. I know what I did. Here we go. Share screen. Chrome tab it.
Okay, I think it's gonna pop
Got
up
it.
now. Okay.
Got it.
Yeah.
All right. I think this is
Just
the
make it
first
bigger
play.
for me.
First play. You said
Just
make it
make it
bigger?
bigger for me.
Let me see.
Yeah.
There we go.
Okay.
I think this is the first play of the mixtape. Let me rewind it. Oh, don't do that to me.
Got that 42 Doug playing in the background on that thing, man. That little baby.
It was the first. You still with me?
Yeah.
Okay. There we go. There we go. Cashed out.
Okay.
I just wanted to
Now
see.
let me tell
You had to mix
let
them
me
up
tell
a
you
little
this. So before that play happened, I remember this game like it was yesterday. That was senior night.
senior night.
And right at the beginning of the second half, I had 3 threes back to back. Like came out second half, hit a three, came down again, hit another three, came back and hit another three. And then that play happened. And I came down off the screen, I came around the screen, and I was just dribbling, playing around with him. And then I seen him get comfortable, and I just like, yo, I'm finna shoot it. And I pulled up. Like when people get comfortable when I'm playing,
Yeah.
when the defense is relaxed and they're not in me, I only need a tiny bit of space to get my shot off. So
Exactly.
as soon as I saw him put his hands down into his side, oh, it's going up.
It's going
It's
up.
going up. It's going up, bro.
Yes, sir. I understand that. I don't know what's wrong with my camera. What's going on? Hey, I had one more highlight play for you. Just one more. Actually, no, it's actually back to back. So I'm gonna just show them real quick, back to back. Let me share screen again real quick. Had on another one. Do. There we go. Left the defenders on the first one, and then slammed on the second one.
Huh.
Then yep, there we go. That one. The hop step through the 2 defenders.
So that's the hop step through
I
the
just
two
wanted to
defenders.
yeah.
That's one of my patented moves. Like I'm so quick and so
Yeah.
fast. So I had a lot of double teams thrown to me this year. So I mean, it was effective because I'll be going hard left,
Mm-hmm.
and the dude to be trailing me behind me, and the dude come over and try to stop me.
Yep.
And I instead of euroing, because you know the euro's getting kind of predictable now. So
Yep.
instead of euroing, I just hop in between them. And I used to get N1s after N1s after N1s using it. Like I don't know, it was low key unstoppable when I did it. simply from the fact, like I said, I'm fast and I can jump. I got 40-inch vertical.
Exactly.
So
40.
I definitely use my athleticism to the fullest in situations like that. So it was low key a go-to move.
Yes, sir. Yeah, when I seen that, I was like, Jesus Christ! It was like three of them back to back to back. It was like splitting them. They was just looking crazy. I don't know what's going
Hey man, that's what we do, man. We lead defenders looking crazy, man.
on. Exactly. All right, man. I appreciate you. I definitely appreciate you coming on. Like I said, 10th episode anniversary. Got my man Jordan Floyd in the building. Congrats on all your success. Congrats on your, going to Italy, playing overseas. Hope you're safe and everything. Those 10 months while you're over there. I just wanted to get some advice that you may have for some young players coming up in the game. Anything that you may want to let them know before we get off.
Hey man, the thing with me is no matter where you go, if you're good, they'll find you. I'm coming from a D2 school that's not really that big. Nobody knew where my school was at until I went there and had this breakout year. So no matter where you go, no matter who you play for, as long as you're doing what you're supposed to do and producing numbers, they'll find you. That's all I got for him, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Dang, I'm really mad my camera went out. I don't know what's going on. But I appreciate you again for coming on. Definitely got to do this again, man, at some point, sometime.
Hey, after that first year professionally or like mid-season over there in Italy,
oh, yeah, definitely going to get, yep. Perfect time. We'll get you back on right around that time, man. You already know we're going to stay in touch. Stay up.
Sure.
And like I said, appreciate you again for being on with me. And that's another episode of What the Game Means to Me, guys. Appreciate y'all.
Nope.